a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here's Haskins out of the gun. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Herbert on 1st down now. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 34. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Darren Lee picks him, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 76 yards. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes this Washington 7, Chargers nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
It's a gain of 2
That play
yards.
reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Gibson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Ball carrier. Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, Chargers nothing.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
56, Mike. right there. 56. Check.
They go play action now. Haskins got a man. It's Gibson complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Gibson.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Washington.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
56.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Watch the run.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Win, who need to win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine, they running the route. I leave the outline when I
hear. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
I'm feeling like I feel like a prince, I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills, cause I was a blessed with no one fail. Don't know how it feels. I'm wanting to flex and go and chill. I'm making a flip.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This is Edwards. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
He was tackled at the
good run on first down, followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They run with Edwards. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Down at the 30.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And
that's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Tackle made by Chase Young.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. Got a man, it's Patterson complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. This is back on the counter. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
2nd and 11 now.
Right there, 56. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. Check three, check three, check three.
Now Haskins to throw it. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Gibson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
2-yard gain.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and
I
he's
am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To the air again, Herbert. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Taking it about the 16. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Let's go. Let's do this. Let's go. He's trapped. He's trapped.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Allen, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Stay with your man. Mike 56. Mike 56. Go, go, go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Come on. Come on, D.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
4-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
51-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, look, 3. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on.
On the draw is Edwards. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Herbert has it knocked free, but a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Herbert, deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game.
Pinheiro lining up for the extra point.
I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Mike 56.
Now a give right side. Gibson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3rd and 7.
Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Haskins out of the gun. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The Charger drive about to get going. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
From the gun, Herbert. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
To Marquise Goodwin.
A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's Edwards. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll look to run with Edwards. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
One receiver left, that's Allen. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Chargers 13, Washington 10. Eddie Pinheiro.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25-yard
line.
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
10 at the 37-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Fitzpatrick. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To Greg Olsen.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
56 to Muck, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Let's get off the field. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Fitzpatrick. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Washington on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
56 is the mic. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Casey Hayward on the coverage.
So here comes the veteran Matt Prater in a big spot in this ball game. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick. But how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the
officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert, and they're going to try the screen. It's complete, but he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from dip.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more out there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. On second down, here's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Goodwin. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
2-yard gain on the play.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. He's back to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on fourth down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert, he's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Herbert. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
49, 49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Kill. Hey, turn.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
4-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
49 to Mike, 149.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
They go right back to Mack. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November. Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. So it's Washington getting the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense.